It's a beautiful day.
To God be the glory for the things that He has done. It is a marvelous day. It's a marvelous Sunday. It's a marvelous Saturday. It's a marvelous Friday. It's a marvelous Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. Whatever the day you're watching this show right now, this is your day of liberty. And I want to encourage your hearts to just sit back, relax, and let God speak to you. I don't care what you're going through. God is bigger than any circumstance. He's bigger than any situation. He wants you in this season of life to trust Him when you can't trace Him. My guest on today, the marvelous and fabulous Valerie Riddle, is here with me to encourage you to get out of the boat, Peter, and walk on the water. You've been sitting dormant. You've been trying to figure it out, but she has the solution of trusting God when you don't know what He's about to do. I just can't wait. Thank you, woman of God, for joining me on today. Because, Peter, you walking out on the water.
Do you hear me?
You walking out on the water right now. And I'm just grateful because when the enemy comes in, a lot of times he plays with our mind.
Yes.
And you know how that feels because God gave you a vision last year. And it kind of went, okay, God, how? But this year, you're birthing it out. So tell us about just like some of those storms that you had to weather in order to get to the place where you are now. Because you're beaming right now. I mean, just fabulous.
Well, Tammie, first and foremost, I want to go backwards just a little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Take your
then
time.
I'm going to go forward. So, being a young teenage mother, you know, of course, in a small community where I come from, little town of Abilene, Mississippi, I was one of those that was deemed most likely to unsucceed, to not succeed, because I was a young mother, right? Growing up in, you know, those small towns, you have that notion, you know, you're not the most popular because you got a kid. You can't participate, you know, on the cheerleading squad because, oh, you got a kid. No one wants to be your friend because that's the girl that had the baby at home, and that's the girl that hid for 9 months that she had a baby. But oh God,
they say,
listen, them he say, she say, and them dirty twins, them says and they says, they counted me out.
My God.
But see, I know a man that sits high and looks very, very low.
He knows.
He proved that they couldn't count.
Yeah.
Because I and my daughter, the one that was most talked about, as they call her, the Wonder Baby.
Jesus.
We proved that they couldn't count. Because we broke the cycle of teenage pregnancy.
Amen.
My daughter, Vanity, and I hope she's listening, I hope she's watching, because a lot of times she gets discouraged, okay, because she is a young Black queen in the nursing field. And now she has two. But guess what? I had her at 14.
Yeah.
She didn't have her first baby until 30.
Generational cycle was broken.
The cycle was broken.
Yeah.
Married.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yes.
Married and then started her family. So we broke that cycle.
Amen.
Okay. Not one, not two, but 3 degrees.
Jesus. So you're very proud of her as a mom.
Very proud of her as a mom.
Yeah.
Very proud. Now I have two, but that's the one that most people see, they forget about. The younger one. They remember the Wonder Baby, the Miracle Baby, right?
I'm listening to you and I'm having flashbacks because sometimes we think that we're the only ones to go through.
Right.
And I'm listening to you and I hear the Holy Spirit say, okay, tell your story too, because I don't often share this. My mom did not have me at 14. She was a grown adult, but she wasn't married when she had me. And oftentimes back in that day, it was shame, just like you said. And the whispers, when you are a child, you hear things that people say about you. And I remember some family members, the closest people that were supposed to help you, that talked about Tammie. Oh, she gonna have about 10 children when she get in high school. That never happened. I graduated valedictorian. She is gonna be a disappointment because they think that she's all of that. It wasn't that. It was that I heard what you said. I was going to church, but I didn't know what I know now. But I knew enough, Valerie, to say, I'm not going to be what y'all saying. I'm going to prove you wrong. And I think that's where you are right now. You're like, oh, no. I'm going to prove the naysayers wrong. And when God has his hand on you, they can't touch you. They can talk, but they can't touch you.
They can talk. And see, I didn't know then But Tammie, see, I know now.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I had a lot of negative,
Yeah.
a lot of negativity in my life growing up. See, it was people like Marie Metcalf, people like Jeananne Jones, and people in my community. I had a lot of women surrounding me. See, I never was one of those ones that hung around a lot of younger girls. It was always
wisdom,
the older
people. That's
women,
wisdom, yes.
right? In the Indiana Hazels and the India Bells, and the Desi Cars. I knew that there was something unearthing in me, and at the time, Tammie, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
they knew.
Yeah,
I didn't know what it was, because even though I felt shamed a lot of times, right? Something wouldn't let me quit. I had that spirit that, regardless of what you said, I was going to keep showing up.
Yes, ma'am.
Graduated at the top of my class as well. Straight A student with that same child, right? Worked a job. Went to college full-time job. Graduated at the top of my class. Come on now.
Who said it couldn't be done? All things are possible. And I love this story because the enemy wanted you to bow down, to break, to become a statistic. But like you said, there was something on the inside of you that was driving you. Your child was your motivation. Your child was your inspiration to want more, to give her more, to have a better life. Yes. Because if you listen to the noise, if you listen to the naysayers, you will become and you will believe what they say. But even in my situation, it's so crazy. It's not crazy. It's God, because I haven't thought about this in years. I just remember what they said. And sitting in a corner crying as a child saying, God, there has to be more. Get me out of this. Help me. Because if truth be told, when you're younger, you want to curse folks out. You really want to be unruly. You understand what I'm saying? Right. But he kept me. And he graced me to be able and carried me through to be who I am today. And that's what I see on you. It was meant to kill you. It was meant to take you out. It was meant to be an embarrassment. But the glory of God,
Jeremiah,
Jesus, ain't that something? He had a plan and purpose.
He had a
for
plan
it all.
and purpose for it all.
And now today, you are planning one of the biggest empowerment conferences for women to come.
Yes.
To come. To say, hey, just come.
Just come. And
woman to woman, come.
And the thing about it, Tammie, and I'm still tickled. And I don't know if you thought I knew, but I didn't know.
I don't think it came to my mind. I was just so excited for you.
I didn't have a clue.
I was excited for you.
I mean, I knew about some of your other books. Of course, because I've got one of your books sitting on my couch right now, the one that you signed at the Female Forces event. Vanity has the book. I know that you're a well-known author. I have books. But when God spoke to me and he said, you know what? Because there has been people speaking winner into my life, even before I even began to start winning. I've got a gentleman right now that every time we talk, I have a mentor on Thursdays, Pastor Joseph Christian. He'll say, now let me know when you're ready to write that book.
It's time.
I ain't going to stop until you write the book, because I know there is about 5. He said 5 books in you.
It's time.
He said, so it's time.
Yes.
He said, it's time to come on out. So the more he spoke that, he just kept speaking. It's time.
It was
to come
stirring
out.
in your
It was
spirit.
stirring in my spirit.
You start believing it. Yes.
Been stirring up ever since. It's been about 2 years since he started talking about this book, that I needed to write this book. Just come on. And so recently, it's time.
It's time.
So I'm just like, okay. The Holy Spirit woke me up one morning, because I've got this thing now that I'm trying my best. And y'all out there in Facebook land, pray for me and with me, because I'm trying to be in that 4 a.m. club, right? I'm trying to get back into the routine of getting up, praying, doing my meditation, reading my Bible, being active, as the young lady said earlier, because that clock is going this way. It ain't going that way. So it's going this way. So getting back active and, exercising and eating, better before and commanding my day.
Right.
I'm trying, Tammie.
It's a process. It's a process.
But he woke
One
me
day
up.
at a time.
Yeah, he woke me up about 3 a.m. one morning, and I sat up on the side of my bed. I didn't know why. I had no idea. And the first thing I thought was, God, what's wrong? Because usually you hear no bad news these nowadays. It's never anything good enough. I pick up the phone, and I was like, oh, let me call my mom. She didn't answer. Let me call my brother.
Yeah.
Because I knew Jeffrey gonna answer.
Yeah.
He's one of those ones he tried to keep his phone, because he has, 3 churches that he pastors now. So he's always got his phone on. And I call and I go, Jeffrey, is everything okay? He goes, sis, yes, everything is good. What's wrong? I'm up at 3 a.m. and I don't know why I've got this burning in my belly. Yeah.
You're trying to figure out if people calling you when the Lord is saying, I have need of thee.
Yes.
And it's something about the 3 o'clock hour. Thank you. I graduated from that this few weeks ago. That 3 o'clock hour will keep you up.
It keep you
but
up.
That's when I think the portals are open.
That's
when
we
intercede
are open.
and things are manifesting.
Yes.
But 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
What do we hear?
I hear woman to woman, come on out.
Yes.
It's time to come out. And I go,
it's personal. That's for you first.
Okay. Now, I hear this clearly, but now I'm not knowing what I'm about to do with it. Mm-hmm. And I hear him speaking as if he's sitting next to me. Mm-hmm. He says, woman to woman now. Come on out.
Come on out.
And I go, okay. I'm researching. Okay, come out. What's the scriptures about coming out? What's going on here? I get the Bible. I'm trying to figure out. And then it dawned on me. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to do a women's conference because I'm one of those ones where I love the underdog, Tammie. Yeah. I'm an underdog rooter. I root for the underdog, right? I root for that woman that never thought she could start the business. Yes. I root for that woman that had 2 or 3 children out of wedlock and didn't think she could start over and get married and be successful. Yes. I root for the woman that's tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yes. And go pay Pauline and then got to turn around and pay Jacqueline. Don't know how she gonna make ends meet. Want to go back to school and don't think that she can because she's older. Yeah. I root for that one. Yeah. So when I began to think, okay, I wanted to do this, and I said, you know what? Stop playing, girl. Stop playing yourself small. You were made for bigger. Yeah. You were made for bigger, not bitter. Whatever happened in your past, remember that your windshield is bigger than your rearview mirror. Yes, I'm not looking back no more, Tammie. I'm looking forward because people have been speaking winner over my life.
And you finally receiving it.
And I'm finally settling and receiving
that's the blessing of it. The 3 o'clock hour is where you get that call, that assignment, that confirmation, manifestation, your intercede, you begin to see. And so when the assignment comes, it's bigger than you.
It's bigger than me.
And I shared this with some other women. Oftentimes you can't do it by yourself. You're going to have a team of women that you trust, number one.
Yes.
And who have your heart.
Yes.
Because you can connect with the wrong women. And your life can spiral down here.
Yes.
Because you're looking at what they have, what they drive, and what does their spirit say? And so here we are, woman to woman. Will you come out?
It's time to come out.
It's time to come out. Correct?
Time to come out.
He puts all of this together. You've been wanting to do it. Make it happen. Then he gives you a date. He gives you a venue.
Give me all of it.
He gives you the time.
Had all of it.
He gives you the speakers. And for those of you that are watching right now, like, what is going on, Mister? Get excited. Because we want you to attend. Please share with them what God has given you.
What God has given me is, first and foremost, I had planned all of this stuff. I had the venue. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing right here. I already know who's going to do the brunch. I know who's going to do the food. And then I said, you know what? It's going to have to be some powerful women of God that's going to come and shake the ground in the building. And I say, now, God, you done gave me everything else. Yeah. I'm putting this in your hand because you said it in my lap. I'm finna give it back to you. Now, who coming? Who come? He whispered. He said, "You've been had her under you all along." Mm-hmm. Kimberly. Mm-hmm. Dr. Kimberly Lowe. Let me put some respect on my girl now.
Right there with you.
Has been on teams of mine in marketing and business. Mm-hmm. And the whole time I think, how did he connect me and Kimberly? Didn't have a clue.
It's always a plan and a purpose.
It's a plan and a purpose. I'm thinking I'm leading her, and the whole time he's building a relationship behind the scenes with me and this woman.
Business.
Did not know what the bigger purpose and plan was, but he knew. So when I called her, she just burst into tears and she said, "You know I'm going to do that for you." I said, "Don't you dare not bring the heat." I said, "When you come out this time, Kimberly," I said, "come with both feet. Put your feet on their neck and don't let up." I said, "Because when you come out, show me, because you're leading me now. I'm not leading you. You're going to be leading me."
And I think the best thing of it is it's personal. It's because she shared her testimony and her journey. And there are some things that she has had to face woman to woman, not with another woman, but herself. When you look in the mirror, it's a woman to woman encounter. Get yourself together. Yes. And I think this conference is for every woman to take inventory of themselves. Exactly. Oftentimes we gleaning, looking at somebody else, but it's like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to birth out? Right. It's time. It's your season. And the tools will be there. I don't think any woman will walk out unfulfilled.
They will not walk out unfulfilled, especially when God say that ain't it, because I'm not through. Kimberly is just gonna be the introduction. She's gonna be the hors d'oeuvres. She's gonna start it off. But you got a headliner coming. I said, "Okay, who is it?" He said, "You've been dealing with her for a long time." And I said, "Okay, who is it?" "Tammie Nichols." I said, "Okay, let me call Tammie." See, this time I didn't hesitate. Yeah. The first time I was hesitant. Yeah. Because coming from a small town, people don't support you and give you local support like strangers do. Mm-hmm. I could have picked any number of people in my smaller town. Yeah. But God said, bigger. Yeah. You're bigger. Yeah. You're not basic. Call Evangelist Tammie Nichols. Call her now. He told me to call you right then.
And when you call, normally I don't answer my phone. I'm one of those. I look at my phone and like, not today, not right now. But it was something when I saw, I was like, "Hey, how are you?" And what I'm trying to share with those that are watching right now is nothing like the timing of God. Because the assignment is bigger than you. The assignment is bigger than Dr. Lowe. The assignment is bigger than me. So I don't take it lightly and I don't take it personal that it's about Tammie, because I feel like women are going to be free. Yes. They're tired of the same old thing. They're tired of going around in circles. They're tired of being broken and camouflaging it. Val with the right hair and makeup, and going home crying themselves to sleep,
sliding down the door when they close the door.
Yeah, and then some women don't have what we have: the support, the cheerleaders. You cheer me on, I cheer you on. They don't have that, and they don't know how to survive. They don't know how to navigate. And it's like, what do I do? Well, I go to church, and then they feel worse at church.
Exactly.
So this is going to be a safe space. I believe that you are specializing to make sure when they walk in, they feel like the queen that they are.
They definitely won't walk out the way that they walked in. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be, even though it's called my first annual Mother's Day brunch, I want my viewers to know that this is for all women of all ages. It's not just moms. You don't have to be a mother to attend the event. It's just the Mother's Day brunch because it's occurring on Mother's Day weekend, right? But this event will be for all women. Yeah. Young, old, it doesn't matter. Black, white. We are opening the platform and the door for all women to come in. Because when I told you the name, I couldn't.
You had no clue.
I was speechless because I said, this is divine. And even though you couldn't tell, tears just started streaming down my eye. That's why my voice was cracking. Because I go, okay, God, this how you gonna do it. So we finna do it big like this.
You had no idea when
No
y'all
idea.
said, what's the name of the conference? And he was like, Woman to Woman. I was like, okay. You had no idea.
No
In 2016,
idea.
I
No
had
idea.
published Woman to Woman. Will the real you please stand up?
No idea.
Principles of learning to love yourself.
No
And
idea.
I was republishing the book.
Republishing the book to come out
April
the 9th.
And I just started laughing like, okay, God, that was my confirmation. Because even though I'm republishing, there was a little part of me going, why do I need to do this book again?
Yes.
I mean, it's already perfect.
Confirmation.
But it was unavailable. My previous publishers, I wanted to have ownership of my own book.
Gotcha.
And I was like, okay, so I was your confirmation. You were mine. So I publicly want to say thank you. Because it's something that women, we have to be able. Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron.
And you have to have an accountability partner. And so when I said what I said, I heard the phone get quiet, not knowing that tears were flowing. And I'm like,
I couldn't talk. I literally couldn't talk because I was like, okay, God, what are you about to do? It's about to be big. And I literally started shaking. I'm like, okay. She's probably gonna think I knew this or saw the book. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
You
any
were
of
clueless.
that. I was clueless.
And the only way a person would know, because even on the book, it does not say Tammie Nichols. It doesn't even say Tammie Tubbs. It says Tammie Minor. I purposely, because I was going through a divorce when I wrote that book, Woman to Woman, Please Stand Up. It was talking to me, but so many other women got blessed by it. And I put my maiden name on the book. Okay. Tammie Minor, which was in 2016. So people had no clue. And you definitely did.
I definitely did.
Because we didn't know each other. But God, He
God
knew that these women needed a moment to come in to find their authentic selves.
Yes.
And so I want to encourage you all that are watching us right now. May 9th, meet us in Aberdeen, Mississippi. Valerie is the host. I will be there as one of your speakers. Dr. Kimberly Lowe will be there. But I believe it's going to be a time for you to put on, what is it, the shades of pink?
Blush, like the blush pink. Well, we say blush pink, but any kind of pink. And even if you don't have pink, still come.
Absolutely.
The tickets will be $25 because, of course, now anything I do, you better tell him, Tammie, I do it big.
Excellent.
I just told you, God has told me I'm made for bigger, not basic. So we're going to have a little something to eat. We're going to put the airs on. We're going to have entertainment. And Dr. Lowe, as well, is an author.
Absolutely.
They're both going to be airing their books to purchase. I will have vendors. I've got 3 vendors that'll be there because it's Mother's Day weekend.
And that's the thing. We are celebrating women in all aspects.
Yes.
If you're watching and you're like, well, I'm not an author, I'm not in ministry, come just the way that you are. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to be perfect. We just want you in the building, because the more you surround your people around people who have more than you, who think differently, you begin to expand. You begin to grow. If you're the smartest person in your circle of 5, that's not really good. You need to expand.
You need to change
the people that are closest to me are far greater, wiser, smarter. They have more businesses. I look and glean and say, okay, how can I do that? Then I'll come to God and say, okay, is that a good thing, or God? Then show me what I need to be doing to help with my assignment in the region that I'm in. Right. So I'm just excited for you that you are stepping out and doing it, and you're doing it big.
I'm doing it. This time I'm all stops. I'm not looking back this time.
What words of wisdom would you give to a woman who's hesitating? Because not only are you doing a conference, but you're in finances. You see how people mismanage their money. How things sometimes kind of go south and then they come to you. So share some insight with women, because I want them to know the entire entity of who you are and what God has done in your life.
Well, first and foremost, I would like to, because a lot of people will see my business name, 1108 Enterprises. Because it's all about the enterprise, right? And they'll say, 1108, what is that? Well, I just told you. 1108 is those humble beginnings.
Jesus.
That's the foundation. That's where it all began. That's the address that I grew up at. Wow. Okay. And it means something to me, near and dear to my heart, because those were humble beginnings. That's where it all started. That's where I learned and start to evolve into, well, just because that happened, you don't let that stop you. It doesn't matter what your zip code is.
Come on.
You're bigger than your zip code. It
Yes.
don't matter what your area code is.
Yes.
Don't you let people tell you because you from Mississippi, you can't be this and you can't be that. Baby,
Yes.
I done sat on plenty of stages with millionaires. Next thing that's about to happen, I can't reveal it now because I know people are looking. I ain't gonna tell it because sometimes we can talk too much.
That's why I had to tell some women.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta shut up, but I will
Don't
say this.
disclose your next
I'm
move.
not even
They
gonna
see it
disclose
when they
the
see
next
it.
move. They're gonna see it
When they see it. Yes.
But I got a phone call.
Yes.
And all I'm gonna say is I'm gonna drop the mic because for those that counted me out, I need you to go back, whoever your math teacher was, because I don't know if you failed them or they failed you, but you can't count, baby. If you counted me out and you still counting me out, if you playing me small, to be continued.
Amen.
That's all I got to say.
Amen. I'm gonna say, I have to say this. Look, exonerate these people. Forgive them and move on.
Forgive them and move on.
Because if you carry the baggage, what will happen? It will fester.
Yes.
And I've learned a long time ago, even having this platform, because there was a time where I was ridiculed. And I knew, I'm like, what in the world? And the hellish part of me wanted to use this very platform and this to disclose some things, but that wouldn't have been God. And so I've learned, vengeance is not mine.
Yes.
Just stay on your assignment.
Yes.
Do what God tells you to do, and He'll take care of those who have their mouth on you.
Yes.
So that's why, if I could say anything to them, exonerate them, forgive them.
Yes.
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
They didn't know. Just like Jesus on the cross. Forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Well, Tammie, when I found out God swing harder than me,
Yes,
I put my bat down.
That's it. That's it.
I put my bat
Because you
down.
were striking out anyway.
I was striking out anyway. So when I learned that He swing harder than me,
Yes.
and I saw that the weight came off when I sat it down, I wasn't supposed to be carrying it. Today, I just want to tell my viewers, if it feels heavy, put it down.
Yes.
Put it down.
Lay it out.
You're not supposed to be carrying it anyway. Put it down. And remember, always bet on yourself.
Say that for the people in the back.
Bet on yourself. Above all things, keep God first and bet on yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you let someone who ain't never been anywhere tell you what you can and can't do.
Yes.
Nothing is impossible through God.
Amen.
For the word itself says, I'm possible.
Amen. I love it. It has been a joy and a pleasure. Where can our viewers connect and find you? And where can they purchase tickets? Because I know there's some women that are watching right now, so I have to be in the building.
Yes. So first of all, you can purchase tickets. I do have a pay link, and it's going to be tinyurl.com/Mom's Brunch, the number 2, and that's all one word. Or if you're following me on social media, Facebook, you can follow me at Valerie Riddle, of course.
Day.